When you think of community, you might think about safety, shopping, restaurants, schools, and even style of home. Well, to residents of one San Antonio neighborhood, community gardening is an important and growing part of its charm and sustainability. The Mahncke Park Community Garden celebrated its second annual Community Garden Party on Saturday, and we were live and on scene to bring you the details.
So this is Mahncke Park Community Garden and Food Forest. It's about 2 years old. It was a community project that was started by just a few members, and the community kind of very quickly gathered together, and it became something that kind of organically grew into this beautiful garden that we have today. It was a lot that was flood zone that had a ditch running through it, just carrying all kinds of flood water off into the San Antonio River. And so we decided not only to install this beautiful garden system in the front with individual plots, but also a stormwater mitigating flood control system in the back that doubles as a food forest and pollinator habitat. So it cleans the water, it holds about 15,000 gallons of storm water, infiltrates into the soil. It's a part of low impact development. It's kind of a permaculture design as well. And then we grow about 20 different varieties of fruit trees intermixed with different perennial and annual vegetable crops.
We were just trying to maximize the food production for the beginning years of the food forest when the fruit trees aren't producing yet. So we've got vegetables, we've got squash, melons, cucumbers, things like that that take up more space that people maybe don't want to put in their beds or individual beds, and so that's growing in the back. And that's totally open to the public. People can just walk by, come into the garden and take a break and pick some fruit or some vegetables from back there. And then we also have a native plant bed. We have a flower bed, and an herb spiral, and just like a nice little community space back there under the oak tree. So it's it's for food. We're trying to maximize food production and community engagement.
I think one of the unintended kind of results of the garden is that it's created an even stronger cohesive community bond here. So I think that that's become almost more important than the food, right? Like, we can grow food pretty much anywhere, but now we get to grow food within our community and have this strong bond.
My mind's been bent on a rambling, to Ireland I defy. I stepped on board a vision, and I followed with a will. Till next I came to Ankara, across near Spansel Hill.
There's a lot of knowledge being shared between generations. Yeah, I'm a big proponent. Yeah.
Well, it's important for me to be involved in this community because I don't know, it's just interacting with different people. It's just I just learn so much, from them, and learning how to grow, different veggies. It's just it's really nice.
Come on.
My name's Brandon Jacks. I work at Range, and I'm out here to support the community with our garden and hopefully grow and branch out for more gardens around the city. So I've been in this 2 years. We moved in the neighborhood about 2 years ago. We came out here and there was just a few beds out. And right here we're gonna have some peppers. I've got leeks growing over here. We planted winter vegetables that we tried to do, and I started them from seed. Down here we're gonna have Brussels sprouts as well, which is my first time growing Brussels. We had spinach that we just harvested, kale, and some chard. We did our first annual fundraiser last year and raised a few $1,000s to kind of get support with the community. And we ended up getting, about 15 more beds, and we're out on a waiting list now. And that was able to help us get more produce, get the word out, and kind of buy materials to build the shed. We've got beehives now, which we're supposed to get 60 to 70 jars of honey coming out soon. And it's just a great project for the whole community itself. Being a chef, I always know how to use the ingredients, but I don't really know necessarily the process from it coming from the earth to the plate. And so that's very important for me to learn.
Oh, hi, I'm Rick from Mahncke Park Community Garden. I'm going to show you my bed, all right? Here's, we'll walk across. We got parsley and onions. We got green beans. We got red peppers and Anaheim peppers. We got what's left of the spinach right here, and blown over peas that have fixing to come out for some tomatoes. If you come this way, we got broccoli just topping out. We got potatoes. I'm the only one in the garden with potatoes over here, and what's left of the bluebonnets. On the other side over there, we got some chard. We got carrots over here. We got some beans over here, some more peas, some more tomatoes over here, and some more spinach. So got a full bed.
Hi, thanks for coming out to Mahncke Park Neighborhood Community Garden. This garden is less than 2 years old and it's already rocking. It's just a gorgeous thing, and this is what Green Spaces Alliance tries to do with our Urban Land and Water and Community Gardens program. We have over 40 gardens in our garden network that is all over town. Every city council district has gardens. We also do land conservation and a Picture Your World youth photography program for kids 8 through 18, where we take them into different natural areas with a professional photographer, but also with a naturalist, so that we teach them how to take those pictures, but what they're taking pictures of. It's really about connecting children with nature. So really what Green Spaces is all about is connecting people with nature. Each city council district, and we have gardens in every city council district, is aware of the gardens that we have in their district, and a lot of times they will come out to these events and they're very supportive, and a lot of times they'll try and initiate a garden in a certain area. But this is where it's best to let city council know that it's a community that needs to be the initializer of a garden. Because if it's not the community that starts it and wants it to happen, then who's going to keep it running after that? So while city council, all the city council districts, District 2, District 10, District 9, they're all involved and love our gardens, but they need to also understand that it's the community that creates and begins and creates these gardens. Any community garden should be began and wanted by that community. The cool part is, just like with Mahncke Park, every community garden is so uniquely different. It's like a thumbprint completely for that community. Some of them might have rainwater harvest stations. Some of them might have large fields of pollinator gardens where they want to attract the pollinators, not only for the beautiful wildflowers, but for their vegetables and everything else, so it improves the yield. And then some of them will have these communal plots where anybody can pick from this certain area. And each one's different. Each area needs to, decide what they want their garden to look like, what components do they want, what is the land use agreement, what is the water agreement, and then from there they need to have a good strong sense of community, and I would say a minimum of like 12 to 15 people who are committed to be a part of that garden. Mahncke Park was one of the ones that just rocked right from the beginning.